All right. Hello, everybody, and welcome in. It is finally bowl season. It's been a regular 5 days, but it's felt like an eternity getting everything ready, and we are here. Let me know if you can hear me. We just went through all of our simmed bowl games. Pinstripe, I know you're gonna need. I know you're going to need the Syracuse stats. I'll send those to you, but Corey Burke did score a touchdown. Oh, B-Dog, nice subscribe. Before I even plug Twitch Prime, he's subscribing with Twitch Prime, so that's great. Bowl season is always the time when we get the most random viewership or really get the most viewers. This is the SFA, an online Discord or an online Dynasty ran entirely through Discord. You do not need the game. The whole point is to bring people from PC, Xbox, and PS3 together so that they can enjoy it and have like a full 126 team thing ideally. You can join. We have that the link in any of our descriptions. We are also affiliated, so if you're watching live, you might run into some ads. You can use that Twitch Prime so you don't have ads, or you can enjoy the ads and complain about them, however you want to go about it. But if you do decide to support the SFA, the revenue goes back to buying somebody a championship trophy if they win it all, and we have 4 users who could be potentially getting that trophy here. So yeah, all right, let's get started. But first of all, everyone, this is the first year where we are playing for something a little extra in the bowl games. So if you win your bowl game, you have your choice of one of these 3 things. If you you can get a player card early from the state of your choice. Those are the things I post in recruiting, obviously. You can raise the overall of one of your SFA players +2. You cannot use this on an incoming freshman or somebody you get in the transfer portal. Has to be somebody on your roster right now. And then if you don't have an SFA player, obviously you can't do it. Or you could just get a little bit of a budget boost for next season. So if you win your bowl game, please DM me and let me know your choice. If you lose your bowl game, tough shit. And then the 2 coaches who are guaranteed to have this, and regardless of the outcome, is Arkansas State and SMU. So you guys can DM me, and then obviously everybody in the CFP automatically gets it as well. So you other 3 coaches can DM me. Mine is probably going to end up being raise the overall of one of my SFA players. So, or I got to decide, but that's for another time. Bottom line, obviously the game day game for bowl season is the Citrus Bowl, the highest tiered non-CFP bowl, and then the CFP starts tomorrow morning with 2 games. We have 2 games on Sunday. Currently, the plan for semifinals is Monday morning, same kind of times, and then Tuesday night for the national championship, and then transfer portal will be next week. Oh lordy. Okay, that was a lot of disclaimers, but I got them out of the way. And first up, we are starting with Northwestern and Minnesota. So this is going to be the longest BearCave stream of the season. These are all going to be the same as the CCGs. We go in typical normal, and then if it's close in the 4th quarter, we will start watching at the 5-minute mark. So Jay Jettas, if you are here, heads or tails, kick or receive. A lot of BearCave results already came in. Not really too many shocking results. I was kind of bummed Wazoo didn't beat Alabama. Wasn't really surprised by anything else I saw. Pac-12 almost choked a couple of times. All right, so I don't see Jay Jettas. I know he's... I ranked them in the order of how I felt they were in terms of fun. So these are... So in the order, basically, I simmed everything. At least in the BearCave games, that's kind of the order I felt like was the most entertaining matchups. But super pumped for this. Northern Illinois, they have a 5-star linebacker coming in. Minnesota, we don't know what's going to happen with them. Jay Jettas, he might be packing up, going maybe back to Norman. He also might be going somewhere else, or he may be staying put and stop being a weenie. Minnesota, though, is a 10-point favorite here. The second biggest favorite of the stream. The only one bigger is Michigan State. So Big Ten doing Big Ten things. Minnesota at one point, I believe, was ranked in the top 4 this year, or was that last year? But they've been on a downward spiral. But we're here at the SFAF Bowl, and right as his bowl is starting, I know Fink was starting to post some bowl rankings. So funny how that works out. All right. So Coach Chewy and Coach Jay Jetta's battling it out here. Who is going to win? Obviously, the heavy favorite is Minnesota, but we never know how that's really going to turn out. Next quarter, how is it going to go? Independence Bowl 0-0 to start it out. All right, so really not much going crazy here. Next quarter. 7-0 for NIU. All right, so Jay Jetta's down bad here in the first quarter. No, wait, he brings it back, but finds himself down a touchdown. Yeah, this is like those bowl games at the very start of bowl season that kind of take you out of the whole thing, honestly. This was definitely one of the snoozer matchups, but that's part of the random roll. But this one's looking exciting. All of you snoozers are haters. We might see some Slade Roden magic as they take the lead here. Minnesota. That was a Slade Roden pass to, who cares? 2nd and 17, 3rd and 15, a 5-yard penalty on the defense, and a punt incoming. All right, here we go. So 5 minutes here. A big play, and we are going into our first bowl game of the season. Can Minnesota shut them out? Slade Roden, and a little blitz on the run. He dumps that off to the running back. Nicely done. Minnesota's probably best bowl memory was ending Garrett Grayson's career. So we could still easily get a cover here. I know BearCave is a huge factor in people watching these games. And if you still haven't posted your BearCave, you still can. Any point counts. The CFP picks are double points, so they are worth it. Jude Abraham, I believe he did get freshman All-American. So that him and Mike Wishbone out of the wide receiver position. And that is a drop. So that one's not on Slade. So NIU is going to get the ball back here now. No, they're going for it. All right, so Jay Jetta is potentially his last game at Minnesota. Getting aggressive here. They're already 0 for 2. Can NIU get off the field? They're just going to hand it off the middle, and it depends on the spot. They're going to give them the first down. All right. Obviously, we still got all 3 timeouts. They do have a decent field goal kicker here at Minnesota. Slade. All right, dumps that one off. I believe that one's Jude Abraham. There he is. Yeah, got nothing to lose. It's bowl season, absolutely. Yeah, Slade Roden plays really well when we watch him on BearCave, and then when we watch him on game day, it was horrific. Jeffrey Henderson. All right, now Minnesota is booming. Anyone who had Minnesota cover, you are hyped up right now. We have so many people battling. This is the closest BearCave has ever been, so every cover counts. I will say probably Minnesota's lack of success has come because he never got a running back after Ronnie Hillman. So he's been kind of going off these bad in-game recruits. Oh yeah, it's fantastic when Fire J Jettas loses. Like same thing with me. When I lose, I know you guys have so much fun. I know nobody enjoyed Cincinnati beating or me dominating Cincinnati. It's just, you know, how it works. And it's not like we don't want each other to succeed. It's just so much better content when somebody fails. Because then when they win, you get jealous, right? Like, if I lose in the CFP, I do not want any of these other users to win it. All right, 3rd and 7, the biggest play of the game by far. No timeouts being used yet by NIU, so being pretty strategic, and they're just going to hand it off. So I think that they feel like they're in field goal range. They have no problem here, just kicking it. Jay Jettas has been talking up this kicker for a while now. And the kick is up to make it a 2-score lead, and it is good. All right, so as BearCave procedure normally goes, we are now up by 2 scores, so we have to sim. I am just going to sim one play at a time, though. See if NIU can make something happen. Does not look like they can. Not sure what's happening here. Just a bunch of incompletions, and that is the game. Jay Jettas wins the Independence Bowl. So he is going to go to, I believe that's 8-5. So Minnesota finishes the season out on top. Huskers, though, looking to come back stronger than ever. Great first season for Chewy, trying to replace Jay Ducker. Yeah, I'm 1 for 1 today already on the perfect covers. I'm cooking, dude. I'm telling you, dude. I don't know why. I just find it's about 5 seasons into this modern era. I kind of get a feel for the NCAA sim. The problem is now I'm setting such good lines, I'm screwing my own BearCave. That even I don't know which side it's going. I still get it just horrifically wrong sometimes. Clutch. Jay Jettas win per usual. All right. So the scoring summary here. Very boring, but Kim Metal had 2 touchdowns. Still a lot on the line in terms of tutty tally and stuff. Nice. His mountain of wide receivers. Cave had 2 sacks. Klein, he won the Buckus. He did nothing today. All right, Hampton on the other side, not that bad. Redshirt senior. You got a junior here, Dozier. We don't know any of these guys, but next year he will have a new linebacker. These 3 guys kind of wrecked house. All right, so there we go, the SFAF Bowl. And remember, all this will be posted after the Citrus Bowl tonight. Got to make sure I get my players of the game. Slade Roden, Iceberg Cave, 2 SFA players. We will take it. All right, game number 1 goes Jay Jetta's way, so nothing too crazy happening yet. Next up, though, we do have the Sickos Sun Bowl. In the game, it is the Tony the Tiger Bowl. Don't know why it always does that. All right, TCU. The art of finding the game. Let's see. Here we go. All right, so we got Coach Rev and Coach Mango. Rev, if you're here, let me know. Heads or tails, kick or receive. If not, we're going to give it to TCU. But in honor, because it is the Sickos game, here is a prediction for you guys. So how many points is Miami, Ohio going to score? Are they going to go over 16.5? or are they gonna be held under? As you guys know, all season long, one of the kind of crazy stories was on BearCave. Mango was insane defensively, but then when he gets in the sim, he gives up like 50 plus. So we want the ball. Matt, we've never lost a BC game when we start with the ball. All right. So Miami, Ohio, are they going to get stifled by this TCU elite BearCave defense? Everyone kind of thought Minnesota would win that game. They ended up doing it. Let's see if TCU can follow suit. They are a 9.5 point favorite. So we are getting a lot of the not bad games. I think this is a pretty good game, but the less shiny games out of the way. And while we wait, remember your off-season strategy choices. And then might as well throw out a sicko sector ad while I'm waiting for this prediction. I've been cooking on the media. I've been posting more than all of these other chumps combined, so I don't know what you guys are all doing there over on your media channels. So yeah. All right, without further ado, all right, Mango, let's get into it here. Season is ending right when school is. Summer's out. It's perfect time of the year. And we have rain here in El Paso. Truly a sicko's bowl. Oh boy. Yeah, that's always the risk of going first. Yui is that, like, I always go first no matter what. I can't, like, if I'm battling with Pinstripe, right, I can't, like, go off his picks. So, you know, it's kind of it's a lot harder. Hey, Yui, chill. That was just, I wasn't even talking about the ECU. That was just hyping up ECU. All right. The defense, we're at the Sicko Sun Bowl with no sun in sight. I think the under is going to is a lot of money. All right, so how is this one going to shake out? Are we going to get a Sickos game here? A lot of times bowl games do wind up being close for no reason. 7-7 here to start out. Not good for the under crowd. Never mind. It's pretty good for the under crowd. All right, so another game that's kind of back and forth. And, oh, he gets tackled at, like, the 6. And it's 14-7. Another touchdown does it. There it is. The over hits. And TCU, what is happening here? Oh, man, an upset for the ages might be incoming. Their offense has done nothing. We're in the fourth quarter, so I'm going to go slowly, play by play. We will not jump in unless it gets within one score. TCU decided to pull the true sickos mode and not show up offensively. 4th and 7, you know, they're just fine punting it back and forth here. Here we go. TCU has the ball. Can they get within 7? Yes, they do. All right, here we go. 3 minutes left. Rain pouring. Can TCU somehow get the ball back, or is Mango going to get shamed all offseason long? Is Rev going to start his coaching career off with a bang? We got a big hit there from TCU. Just so you guys know, I had 2 finalists for the golden ticket, you know, air quotes, for the transfer portal highlight. One was Ricardo Henderson, who we use, and then the other was Walden, the running back for Miami, Ohio. They have a deep running back room, but he has been superb this season. But Rev joined, so that made the pick easy for me. No, Anthony Black was in. You can't get behind the no QB train. Yeah, I saw Anthony Black up there. I already checked that. As another first down, and oh boy, here we go. Timeouts are going to have to start being used as Nate Mershik. Avion Smith going crazy here. Remember, this is, for many teams, the last time we will see any real-life players, redshirt seniors, playing. So here on out, our universe will be completely made up, which is just the way we want it. Yeah, Anthony Black's been playing all day, buddy. The sicko Sun Bowl, the rain is pouring. They're running out the clock. Timeouts are going to have to start being used now. They're going to throw it here, so big opportunity, and there's the sack. Rev getting aggressive here. Welcome in, Coolio. All right, they're throwing it again, so staying aggressive. They are running it. Avion Smith, can he get there? He does, and he's a lot more, and he goes down inbounds. Master class here from Avion Smith as the timeouts have to be used. A lot of times with injuries, weird stuff happens in the offseason. I think it goes by, like, IRL time in game because, like, Braylon Burnside has a chance to come out, and I thought for sure he was out for the season, but 3rd and 3 now. All right, so last chance for TCU to get off the field. They have to have it here. Yui throwing strays at me in chat, man. 3rd and 3. This is the last chance for TCU. It's over. The sicko Sun Bowl coming down to a 3rd and 3. Avion Smith and Walden in the backfield. He is going to throw it. Questionable call, wide open man, and there it is. Devin Dorsey is going to win the sicko Sun Bowl for the Miami, Ohio Red Hawks, whatever. Crazy. So a big upset here for BearCave. This could actually be a big swinging matchup for a lot of people. And as we hit triple zeros, let's set your prediction complete. A lot of over, so not a lot of budget made. That's all right. Nick and Grady getting the points there. Nice. Grady popping off, and you know what? I'm cheering for Grady in BearCave. I don't want these insane BearCave players going to these chumps who have you know, 95 overall teams like myself, or you know, Tennessee or Buffalo's in the playoff. Like, come on, let's get it to people who are going through punishments, who need those players, right? But then again, screw Mike. He needs to stop winning any server reward at all. He won TCS Fantasy so handedly, I had to stop it early. All right, so our first big surprise of the day, a 9.5-point favorite, goes down by 7. And then our next matchup, which yeah, is the reverse sheep. Can somebody, was it posted? Do I need to do it before the Citrus Bowl? All right, sicko Sun Bowl going down. Oh, okay, it's just for the playoff. Cool. I'm like, I want to participate even though I suck at it. All right, so let's see how this one shook out. All right. Anthony Black, he did play. Yep. The junior, he will be coming back. He is, probably a dark horse for being one of the best quarterbacks in the country next year. And how'd Luke Bowman play here for TCU? 1 tackle, beautiful transfer. All right, Coach Rev. Not sure if you're here, but a big win for you in your inaugural season. Mike Walden, you'll have him for the next couple of years. Pinstripe, watch your back here. Miami might be pretty good. Who knows? Nope, he's a junior, redshirt, whatever. I think he's a junior redshirt. I mean, that's what it just said. Check the player database because those are 100% correct. At least I'm banking on them being 100% correct. All right. Ball State at Pittsburgh. Coach Crew kind of got the luck of the draw, except Miami just won, so who knows. But I felt like this is probably, in my opinion, the worst bowl game here this season. Just because I feel like one of the nation's top rushers in Pittsburgh is just going to dominate this game. So, Coach Crew, if you're here, let me know, kick or receive. Massive 84-72 disparity here. Rotten Crotch, welcome in. Are you a coach in our server or are you just a viewer? Welcome in regardless, but I like to know if you're the names of our coaches so I can interact with you guys. Kick for Coach Crew. So Pitt and Ty Montgomery. Welcome in. One of the best streams of the season, so you're in for a good one. But Ball State, Pittsburgh, probably not the best. We'll see how this one goes. But Ty Montgomery, one of the this is the free TC Liberty Bowl. Let's go. So 6.5 point favorite for Pittsburgh. Lots of SFA players on this Pitt team. There are 2 SFA players on Ball State. Props to you if you know who they are. But here we go, first quarter. And no score to start. Oh, we got a safety for Ball State and nothing for Pitt. So not a good start for Coach Crew, who is a massive favorite here in this game. And oh boy, it's not going well. 3-2, stop the count. No, I wanted that scoregami. 10-2 though, they corrected themselves here in the second quarter. Oh boy, here we go. That was a long Ty Montgomery rush, and here it goes. So remember, we will not jump in unless it somehow gets to a 1-score game. But we are a bit away, but I'd love for this score to stay. This would surely be a scoregami. Ball State, don't do anything else. 24-2, 26-2. We got another safety. And Ball State, boo. No, we got to keep the 2. All right. Well, that is going to end it 33-8. I'm sure that is a scoregami of some point or somehow. Ball State got smoked. And remember, there are going to be some glitches in bowl season in the scoring summaries, but all stats saved correctly. If you need a specific stat, let me know. Lance McCoy took over for Ty Montgomery, so in his last game, it looks like he got hurt. Tough to see, tough way to go out, but hey, he goes out on a high note with a Liberty Bowl trophy. On defense, Rafi Spriggs. Not much else from this defense. And then let's check a Ball State. Kyle Kelly, senior redshirt, no touchdowns for him. Offense kind of did nothing. Let's see, did Aqib Talib do anything here? Aqib Talib got himself an interception, a key part of this defense. E.J. Gootley, the other SFA player here, 3 tackles, nicely done. And that is our free TC Liberty Bowl. All right, they are going to start getting better from here on out. Remember, Coach Crew, you just won, so you get an off-season strategy. Here are the options per usual. I'm going to keep flashing these so you guys all know. The quicker you submit them, the better. That way the off-season does not take as long. If I have to track people down in the off-season, it is going to take longer, and you are going to be salty. So, please get your info in as soon as possible. Also, a reminder here, if you are hoping to listen to offers this season, I need to know, hopefully by today, but for sure by the end of the national championship. Otherwise, you will not be allowed to hear offers, and you have to stay another year at your current school. All right. Now we are headed down to Toledo. Or I don't know where we're going, but LSU and Toledo is up next. LSU, who almost found his way, Skyflyer and Coach Buck. Skyflyer or Coach Buck, if you're here. Skyflyer or Coach Buck. We are in the Latina Juice Gator Bowl. Shout out to Latina Juice. I have no idea where the Gator Bowl is. But we're just going to go with the LSU Tigers and Coach Skyflyer, who yoinked this team from so many people who wanted them last season, and he brought them to their best season in the modern era, or potentially all of SFA history, in making a bowl game, and a high-quality bowl game as well. This is one of the higher considered ones, facing a top 25 team in Toledo. This is going to be a good one for Coach Sky, trying to turn this program around. He almost made it to the SEC championship. He lost on a tiebreaker to Texas. And for those of you keeping track of BearCave at home, Toledo is a 6-point favorite here tonight. TIAA Bank Field, so if you know where that is, I'm not quite sure. All right, no Skyflyer here, so heads and kick per usual. And for every bowl game, I try my best to make it so it's the higher or the better team in terms of rating or record is the quote-unquote home team. There's a couple bowls that just didn't work out that way, but for the most part, that's what it's going with. And 7-0 start here for LSU. So Toledo, who just completely choked against Buffalo and choked against a couple teams this year, down 14 here to the frickin' Tigers. There they go. They get back in it. Come on. Keep the LSU meme alive, please. There we go. Tie ball game, choking in a bowl game. That's what you like to see. And they immediately go back up 2 scores. Now, Toledo does get one back. So we are within a 1-score game here, headed to the 5-minute mark. And a quick drive again. Toledo just can't stop this team, it seems. And there they go, though. And a 40-yard field goal is good for Howard. So we are still a 10-point lead here, so I cannot go in. Can Toledo battle back here, Coach Buck? And a 90-yard touchdown rush on the first play, and LSU takes over. And they are now up 17. Oh, baby. And that is the game. So Skyflyer, in his first year, gets LSU a bowl trophy. Pretty much their best season in SFA history there. And Toledo goes from MAC championship down to the cellar with no win. Munoz here, 3 TDs. Big game from Fred Austin of all, so he might be somebody to watch out for next season. Jeff Gold, David Brown, Hawthorne, and then SFA players on the back end. Like, this team has a fair amount of SFA players like Nathaniel Bandit and Bones Highland, but they're like older players and just never get playing time. And now we go to Toledo. How did Gleason do as the senior? Not too bad. Jack Snowball will be coming back next year. Simi Kazi got himself a touchdown. Now on the defensive side, we will be saying goodbye to pretty much the hardest name for me to say, Jaquavion Tavius. All right. So another underdog winning. So Skyflyer, make sure to DM me what you want for your off-season strategy. We are 35 minutes in here. I still don't have a highlight written down. There's been nothing crazy good yet. These games are going by pretty quickly. We got 14 on the slate before the Citrus Bowl, which will be right after this stream ends. But next up, we have a fun one incoming. We have Coach Zach against Western Michigan. Here we go. The Yaminit Cheez-It Bowl. One of the most fun bowls that we have. Coach Zach, heads or just kick or receive. Western Michigan does normally watch the broadcast, so I'm giving it to Zach here. And this one's going to be kind of crazy because we have because it's the Yaminit Cheez-It Bowl, all about passing, but we have Snoop Todd and a triple option offense on one side, and then we got South Carolina and Kevin Waters, who's been insane, and their backup quarterback who's coming in because he threw Gaither to the curb and started a rivalry with Jeff Saturday. All right, so we got a kick now. Let me know what you're eating or what you're drinking here today. Thank you guys all for joining and watching off season. We have 5 straight days of SFA streams incoming. I'm drinking a cherry limeade energy drink. No food for this stream. The Yaminit Cheez-It Bowl. Zach, are you feeling the cheesiest? Some Samoas. Nice, nice. Poor Pin is in the car, no snacks with me and his AirPods. I should just scream. Need to get a Yaminit deep. All right, so we want to kick. Cherry Dr. Pepper. All right. Ooh, a McChicken. That is definitely the best possible thing you can get at McDonald's. I love me some hot and spicy McChickens. All right, here we go. The Yaminit Cheez-It Bowl. We early 7-0 lead for South Carolina, who completely fell off in the second half of the season. That's all right. They're here up 7 on inaugural year for Coach Zach. We're just happy he stuck around on this terrible team. And they're up 7 here going into the second half. And they immediately score again. Oh, boy, this one could be getting ugly. No, Western Michigan is hanging around, but they re-extend it here. Oh, boy. Can Western Michigan get back into this? They need a touchdown on this drive. Snoop Todd, where are you? 4th and 21. You're not going to help them out. Remember, inside 5 minutes, we'll jump in if it gets back within a 2-score game or a 1-score game. A big play there. Snoop Todd, he gets 9. Can he get in? 4th and inches. A 7-yard run by Glenn Ewing, an SFA backup, and a touchdown for Western Michigan. Here we go. 3 minutes, 38 seconds. Can South Carolina finish off the Broncos? Remember, South Carolina is a 3.5-point favorite here for BearCave. They are currently covering. We are a minute or so away from timeouts being used. Watch out for Mickey Switzer on the defensive end. On the defensive side, he's an outside linebacker. And they got this backup in who throws it off the back foot, and that was scary. I don't know who is back there. I don't remember his name, but oh my God. Flame has some ribs. Nice. Coco has some Sonic. Nice. Ask Moon how he likes Sonic right now. And that is a completion over the middle, 3rd and 1. Chris Jacobs has 3 TDs today. Hello, Mrs. Pinstripe. 3rd and 1. Trips left to secure the cheesiest. Oh boy, almost got him to jump there. Would have been a free first down. They are going to run the clock. Timeouts are going to have to start being used here soon if they convert. The biggest play of the season for South Carolina. He floats it, and that's complete. And a broken tackle, but Bernard Schaefer does go out of bounds. Welcome, Jarkus. Your game's coming up soon. Homemade pesto. Delicious. All right, so now we got some big man I formation. Just hand it off to Waters and forget about it, right? Right? We'll see. Man in motion. Jacobs using the hard count. A little counter and a big play by the defensive end right there. Zach Vode. Or Vode, however you want to say it. Here comes the timeouts from Coach Western Michigan. Can they get the ball back, or is Coach Zach going to ride off to the sunset with the Cheez-It Bowl? Jacobs just dumps that off to Waters. He stays in bounds, and he gets smoked. Or no, that's Raymond Thomas. Why is Thomas in? Is Waters hurt? I don't know if I remember the numbers here, Zach, but I think Waters might be hurt. 3rd and 8. And he throws it at a dot, and that's going to be a conversion and very well could be the bowl game. The Yamming It Bull coming down to some key passes here for Chris Jacobs. My God, 400 yards, 3 TDs. This man's insane. Don't make me scream Mama Pin. And still, if they decide to keep throwing it out of bounds like that, then this game could still be going. And a toss outside, and he does stay in bounds. So instead of trying to find the edge and getting pushed out, he stays in. That's all you ask for. 3rd and 12 here. Clock's ticking away. Are we going to see a hilarious scoop and score right here? Thomas, the backup, he bounces outside, and he goes down. 4th and 7. They are going to have to bring out the field goal team. So is this going to be the reason why you recruited a kicker? Are we going to see an epic miss to keep Western Michigan in the game? We saw a big miss by Western Michigan last year in the Hawaii Bowl. That led to them losing, so it was about a 26-yarder. This one's a little bit shorter, or a little longer, 27. Clock is ticking. Tick, tick, tick. Here we go. Coach Zach. And it is good. Western Michigan down 10. We go back to just regular sims, so if they can somehow get some luck here. Incomplete pass. And pass thrown away. A big pass to Snoop Todd, but 4 seconds left, and that is going to be the game. Congrats to Coach Zach. Remember, DM me your off-season strategy. You don't have any SFA players on your roster currently, so you only have 2 options. But just let me know. We'll check on if that's the last of Snoop. I believe so. And then Snoop Todd, a Team of the Year player. And then it will be Glenn Ewing. Big win for the backup Gamecocks. They come a long way from losing by 86. There it is on the screen, 86 to Tennessee. South Carolina should retire that number. All right, scoring summary here. Ewing got a touchdown. Kevin Waters scored in this game. He scored 3 times. So where was he on the final drive? Must have gotten injured. But Chris Jacobs, 400, 3 TDs. Waters, he did have 2 touchdowns. Beast mode over here. He also had a receiving touchdown, so 3 of them, blocking-wise. Defensively, a lot of tackles for loss. Interception here from Jamal Brown. And then that kicker looking good, the senior. And then Western Michigan here, offensively, they're losing their star, or I don't know if it's a star, but their quarterback. And this is the last we will see of Snoop Todd. It will be Glenn Ewing for the next 2 seasons here. On defense, Mickey Switzer had tackle for loss. SFA player right there. All right. All right, so we got Louisiana at Northwestern up next. Hopefully you guys are keeping tabs on your BearCave. I know Pin isn't going to be counting it, but if somebody wants to do the dirty work to see where we're at headed into tomorrow and the next day, that is always a lot of fun. I know last season Skook lost on the last game, so a lot is on the line at all times here. And Louisiana and Northwestern here is the next game. I'm in week 1. All right. Daryl Jackson versus a very surprise. Honestly, the biggest surprise of the stream was Jackie Moon picking this game, the Gasparilla Bowl, the Pash, your Paint and Security Hermanos. Shout out to Coolio. So, Dirty Bird or Jackie, if you are here, let me know. You want a prediction? Okay, here we go. It's not going to be Night Air Finley. That's too easy. It's going to be the dumbest man on the team, Daryl Jackson, stupid mofo, INTs. King of turning the ball over. It's basically been his whole career. Will we go over 1.5 or under 1.5? Here you go. You got a full minute. Get those Babanas ready. A lot on the line. Also, your Jackie, is that you? You got you can kick or receive, but get those Babanas going. The rewards are changing a little bit from this season to next season. So what's there right now is different than what it has been, and it might still change before next season. I have a couple things I'm working on. Maybe debut during CFP. Who knows? Somebody put 7.5 points on the line. So, Ides of March, heads or tails, kick or receive. Actually, it's just kick or receive for you because you're over here. Big opportunity, though, for a first-year coach. The Union Home or the Pash Gasparilla Bowl. Got to wait for the prediction here. As always, remember your off-season strategies. If you won a bowl game, let me know which of these 3 choices you're going with and DM me. If I don't get a pick from you by the time the national championship is over, you do not get one. Sorry. I need to know. That way I can make the off-season go as quickly as possible, because everybody hates when somebody holds it up. Also, if you're looking for offers, please, please, please be on the lookout for when I DM them to you so that you don't hold everybody else up. All right, here we go. Northwestern here, Gasparilla Bowl, going down to Florida. Makes sense. If you're in Northwestern in December, you want to get out of there, go to a warm weather climate. Daryl Jackson and Louisiana just kind of took a complete shit at the end of the season, so this should be a very good game for Northwestern. Not a good idea, B-Dog. except you move closer to the Pacific time zone. So that's the W. Remember, after this stream, we have the SFA Citrus Bowl next between Coach Munami and Virginia against Flame. Yes, Flame, not in the CFP with Baylor, at Illinois. Looking for his first ever Citrus Bowl win. Beautiful Gasparilla Bowl here, Raymond James Stadium. So this one's in Tampa. And I still don't have a good highlight yet. What the hell? I don't use the conversion highlights or whatever. And they were going backwards on that opening drive. And a missed extra point to start it out for Northwestern. Looks like their kicker did not make the trip. He did not get the waiver signed from his mom. They go up 13, though, 7. A lot closer than you think. Louisiana takes the lead right back. So many SFA players on this Louisiana team, and they have the generational talent coming in. But Dirty Bird may be hearing some offers. Another missed extra point. Or they just missed going for 2. So only a 5-score lead right now for Northwestern, and they add a 3-point play. Field goal. I don't know why I said 3-point play here. Still a 1-score game. It is 8 points, so we'll be jumping in at the 5-minute mark here in a second. Daryl Jackson. 2nd and 3. Here we go. Daryl Jackson, you got Nidair Finley in the backfield. On the outside, you got Sam Acho. A crazy formation here is Nidair. He stiffies a man, and he falls forward for 2. Louisiana is down, but they are not out. Nidair having a fantastic game. I didn't see one. Normally, like just regular pass plays or whatever that just are for a 3rd down or something when the game's already in hand, I don't really use because we've had like 6 of those. Anything that makes my basically what qualifies as going into the channels, the Game Day Grades channel, is what's going to be in the ultimate highlight for the end of season video, which is normally like 40 minutes long. So, and they're running like crazy formation. We did not see this from them this year, as they got a wide open space. Cameron Valdez, the backup running back, and a beautiful conversion here. First and 10, Daryl Jackson. Sam Acho at the top of your screen. Daryl, he's throwing that, and that is complete. The mid-screen did not generate much. Dante Fleming with the catch. That is a new school record. All right, Daryl Jackson. Fortunately for him, any record of him existing will get erased, as the generational talent will come in and destroy him. I don't know if he has any interceptions. 13 of 29 today. Doesn't look too promising. The line on this game is Northwestern by 7. So they're currently up by 8. So it is currently a cover as we get a massive stiff arm. A stiffy. Use those emotes, people. Yeah, that's one of the things I'm considering as well with the 2014 playoff is the watchability factor. Like, I'm really into the bowl games. I know some people are not, but a lot of these are impacted for BearCave. That's why they're watched. But unless you're coaching in one, it doesn't really matter. As Blake Odom gets the touchdown, did he get the foot in bounds? Daryl Jackson, a beautiful throw. Another record broken, but will it count? I don't know. We're gotta wait and see if they throw the challenge flag. Stop celebrating Daryl. As Daryl, if you know, he used to be the Illinois quarterback. He transferred to Louisiana, and they are counting it here. And this is to tie the game here in the Gasparilla Bowl. Daryl Jackson, he throws that wide open, man, and we got a tie ball game here in Tampa. All right, we got a good one brewing here. Jackie Moon in his inaugural season has to work for it. And a nice return incoming. one of the leading passers in the country. Fortunately, they just couldn't beat Ohio State. They couldn't beat Illinois in their division, so they're down here. Sullivan in his final career game, can he do it? They need a score badly. They're going to run it here, and lots of SFA players on this defense to watch out for. You got Ndamukong Suh in the middle. You have 2 SFA players at top of your screen. Darren Williams, the #1 recruit from a few seasons ago. And then at the bottom of your screen, you have Bobby Chalk, who was tampered away from Ole Miss. Sullivan, though, he's throwing that deep. And speaking of, it's intercepted. What a turn of events. Bobby Chalk, the transfer from Ole Miss, brings that in. As now they're going the other way, and Nidair Finley. Bobby Chalk, the tamper, paying off for Dirty Bird here. Is this going to be an epic chond from Northwestern? Daryl Jackson drops back. He is going to take off, and he is sacked. All right, 3rd and 18 now. And Nidair breaking a tackle, but they're just going to be punting it right back to Northwestern. So the interception not bringing up anything crazy. So the Northwestern defense stands tall, gets the ball back. We might be getting our first overtime game of the offseason. The Union Home Gasparilla Bowl, sponsored by the Paint and Security Hermanos. Remember, this is one of our longest streams of the season. We have 14 as opposed to 9 BearCave games. No, we've had a few overtime games for for BearCave. And a big hit there, Darren Williams, the SFA player. He is actually the highest rated cornerback in the country at a 96 overall. Brendan Sullivan celebrating like he didn't just throw a horrible interception 2 plays ago. But nothing changed. Northwestern, they have the ball right back. All they need is a field goal. 53 seconds, 2 timeouts left. Sullivan, clean pocket, just dumps it off to the running back, and he gets hit again from the other side. So these corners are hitting hard, getting involved. That's a Nakururu. Yeah, we've had plenty of overtime games, but on stream, not quite sure. Yeah, clock is ticking. Nice point out there, Zach. I don't know what I'm watching, but Northwestern seems like they are happy just to go to overtime here, spend a little bit more time in Tampa before they're forced out and have to fly home. 3rd and 1. Sullivan takes his time. He just dumps that off. It is a fresh set of downs. The timeout comes out, so we will get a Hail Mary opportunity now. So top of your screen, watch out. You got Bobby Chalk. You got Darren Williams. He is yamming it deep. That is a high floater. This could be dangerous. And it's still bobbling around, and it hits the turf. Incomplete. We've got overtime here at the Pash Gasparilla Bowl. All right. Jackie, this doesn't matter. All right. Here we go. It looks like Northwestern gets the ball first. Our best game of the day. They can still cover a 7-point line for Northwestern. They hand it off. Cuts inside, and he hit. Louisiana is hitting hard today. think with a beautiful pun, the gasp, Arilla, we're going to OT. Another handoff up the middle, and he carries him for a first down. This power back has been impressive today. Andy Brown, fresh set of downs here for Northwestern. We're now inside the 15. First overtime, if you know your overtime rules, each team gets a possession from the 25. After the second overtime, you got to go for 2. Sullivan floats it, and it's intercepted by Darren Williams, the SFA player, the #1 recruit, might be giving Louisiana a Gasparilla Bowl victory. Don't fuck this up, Daryl Jackson. Oh boy, we got Nydair Finley now on the other end. And he's going. A score wins it. I'm so hyped. My favorite player of all time. IRL, Darren Williams, champ Bailey as well. But Darren Williams, he gets an interception at a critical moment. Can Louisiana win this? Now I'm hyped. Daryl Jackson. He floats it to the end zone, and it's incomplete. He was trying to find Acho. 3rd and 2. Northwestern desperately needs a turnover here. 4 wide. Nydair in the backfield. They just hand it off to Nydair. A fresh set of downs and more inside the 10. Nydair Finley and Darren Williams, 2 top 5 recruits from that season 8 recruiting class. 2 top 5, both chose Louisiana and Dirty Bird. And they are coming in clutch here today. 1st and goal. Darren, he floats it. Oh my God! Quadruple coverage, and it's dropped. Oh my God. Get your heart medication here. They're playing press on the bottom. Watch out for that. A good release could be a killer. He floats it, a wide open man inside the 5. 3rd and goal for Northwestern. They're hanging on by a thread. A field goal wins the game. And they come out in the Wildcat. It's going to be Nydair Finley for the win. 3rd and goal, right up the gut, and he goes down. Nydair might have been looking just to get a better spot for his field goal kicker. Can Dirty Bird come back from 8 down and win the Gasparilla? The kick is up. And it's good! Dirty Bird wins, and Coach Jackie Moon is sent packing back to Chicago. Darren Williams is him. He gets the game-winning interception to give him the ball. What a beautiful play. Oh, that's so hype. That's one of my favorite plays ever. I'm so hyped for that. Okay, Pinstripe. Ah! There you go, Pin. Enjoy that. I know Pin's wearing AirPods in the car, so just screamed in his ear. Yeah, I don't know why. He has a generational talent. He has Nydair Finley for another year. Darren Williams for another year. Leaving Louisiana would be so dumb. All right, Dirty Bird. Make sure to DM me your off-season strategy. I know that's one I'm going to have a hard time tracking down, so you may lose that, but that's all right. Next up, though, we have Iowa and Southern Miss, the Battle of the Birds. That Darren Williams INT was so crispy, baby. Oh, my God. The hell's a Papa Johnston? All right, Nydair Finley had a couple TDs. So we got to make good on that prediction. It was a Louisiana outright. Now, Sullivan had 2 interceptions. I should have gone the other way there. Honestly, even though it's a loss, a great first season here for Jackie Moon, especially with this recruiting class he has coming in. It's going to be crazy. All right, let's see it. Daryl Jackson, no interceptions for him. Neither Finley, 100 yards, beautiful. Sam Macho didn't do really anything. And then on the defensive side, Ndamukong Suh, 3 tackles for loss. Bobby Chalk had a pick, and my boy, my daddy, Darren Williams, one of my favorite players here. Whoo-wee! You love to see it. You love it when your best players do something cool. What a game. All right, next up, Iowa is a 2.5-point favorite over Southern Miss. This is probably one of the lower lines I put that I might not agree with, but we don't really know much about this Iowa team. You know, they have Jason Richardson now, but they've also just been constantly at 6-6 the last few years. Same thing with Southern Miss, so who knows what's going to happen here. Tails and kick for your boy. Yeah, so Jarkus, because he is Jarkus, I believe, if you're on the left side, yep, you will. He has the worst record, so he gets the benefit of the doubt. We are in the hot takes. Barstool Arizona Bowl. This is the Coach Mike Bowl based on his media. If you don't know what the media or what the bowl games are named after, it's server lore things or media stations. I will rethink all the names if we do expand to the 2014 playoff, because we'll have just 9 of them, I believe, and we'll give those completely to the media stations. They'll be able to pick their own teams. Teams will be able to decline bids, whatever, right? You could do your sicko bowl, where you could have the worst teams in the country, or you could just pick them however you want. That's if we decide to expand to the 2014 playoff. But this one should be a good one. The Battle of the Birds. Let me get you guys your prediction, though. So Daryl Jackson had under, which is actually the least amount of money there. So big payday for a couple people. Enjoy your Babanas. And now we're going to start, honestly, getting into, after this one, we have 2 games before they really start getting interesting. So this one's really interesting after this one, though. So what did Jarkus say? Jarkus, what do you want? Tails and kick. All right. And he wants kick. This one is a big one. The Battle of the Bird logos and color schemes. I like Iowa's more. And another snoozer to start, but Iowa gets a big play. Let's see, can Southern Miss and D. Dallas, can they do something here? 13-3, D. Dallas does. Oh my God, what is happening down in Southern Miss? Why is the triple option just seemingly not working across the country right now? Mike's having issues with a stacked roster. Southern Miss having issues. He can't do anything. 20-6. We cannot stop it unless it gets within 1 score, and a incompletion on 4th and 21 for Southern Miss there. That was a long drive. Down 14 still. Still a chance, though. We could have a comeback here for Southern Miss. A big play there and a sack. 4th and 13. Pass is dropped by none other than Tybo Rogers, back from injury. That one is a crusher as Iowa is looking to win this game. They now go up 17. That is a full circle moment for B-Dog. He's been wanting Tybo Rogers all season long. They do get a nice touchdown here from Anderson. Still a 10-point game, though, so we cannot jump in, unfortunately. And we are kneeling it out. And Iron Jarkus gets a win with Jason Richardson. See how this started. Chaz Ralph, who is actually a transfer from USC in this game. Big W there for Jason Richardson. 2 touchdowns here. And Slater field goal and an Anderson pass from Jason Richardson, the freshman redshirt, already has so much lore with him and fun. 3 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Dan Davis, the junior. So you're going to have this guy back. He looks really good. Chaz Ralph will be back. So watch out for Iowa next year. This team is looking actually pretty good. Jason Foreman, SFA player. He had a couple pancakes. And on the defensive side, Johnny Booth, SFA player. The freshman gets a sack. Buffington. Tom Ackerman, nice. Southern Miss, D. Dowis. Wait, what did he have? A touchdown, but 14 to 36, 37%. That's not going to win you games. Just not enough yards per carry. They just kind of stuffed you on defense, which is kind of what they do. And let's see how... You had a few sacks here. Adam Henderson. DeAndre Moose only had 5. 2 interceptions from Vincent Brown. Then Amari Snowden didn't do anything. And that is a Iowa cover. Oh, yeah. No, those games definitely are getting predictions. The bigger ones. I just don't want to put too many predictions out because then I'm just sitting here waiting. But there is going to be predictions for every... CFP game. Some of them will just be the game. Some of them will be player. Who knows? We'll have fun with it, though. This is Iowa. So, all right, Jarkus, remember to DM me your off-season strategy pick. Everybody hates Josh Allen. Say no if you, I can't hear anyone, so. All right, now we got my bowl game, which second year in a row gets a just insanely lopsided game. We have Wyoming and Arkansas. Now, I love Coach Wind. I don't want to say anything about his team or how good they are, but A.J. Green and this quarterback, Brad Thornton, is going to just destroy Wind. I'm sorry. I really hope Andre Warfield can do something. Perry Potts may go off in this game, absolutely. But if you get behind and you have to throw it, you are screwed. Wind, let me know heads or tails, kick or receive. Also, perhaps, I'm also hoping, though, that the Alton Jackson move to middle linebacker here is going to be massive. Heads and kick. Perfect. So I'm cheering for Wyoming. We're not quite too sure. My prediction, though, for it was I chose Arkansas in a close one, 28-24, I believe I picked. So I think it's going to be pretty close. Coach Wynn has these boys ready. I think they are primed for a run to win. If they get a few receivers, fix that front seven. He's done a little bit here. Pretend this is SoFi. This is at SFA headquarters here in Southern California. Alton Jackson there, the 7-footer. Beautiful SoFi Stadium, no top. All right, and he said heads and kick. Here we go. This one could potentially put some BearCaves on their head. An Arkansas quick touchdown. Oh, boy, this is what I was afraid of. 14-0 right off the rip. Nothing in response for Wyoming. 21-0. This one could be starting to get a little ugly here. 28-0 at halftime. Are we going to see the greatest comeback in bowl game history? It does not look like it. Can they get any points at all? Oh, my God. Are we going to see an 86er? Arkansas is dropping the hammer on Wyoming. They get a touchdown. There we go. Riggs comes in, so Warfield is out of the game. Coach Wynn, though, a fantastic inaugural season, or full season, I should say. Excited to see what they do, but this one was definitely lopsided. It's one of the tougher parts of the SFA. And look at this, AJ Green, 1, 2, 3, 4, just not even close there. Warfield, he went 1 for 6 and got pulled, or he got hurt. Perry Potts, 10 for 33, and like I said, once you get down by so much, you just have to start throwing it deep, and you do not have the wide receivers to do that. On defense, Alton Jackson had 9 tackles. Didn't seem to help. And then let's check out Coach Bohr, see how his team did. Brad Thornton, nicely done. He's only a sophomore. Watch out for this man next year. AJ Green, though, AB, senior redshirt, 4 TDs. Can't say enough about him. He has the longest run in SFA game day history. 15 pancakes for Carson. On the defensive end, an interception for Jones. And that's where we find ourselves here. Tough prediction. It's just one of those tough ones. Hopefully this next one will be a bit closer as we get the pinstripe, or the Pinheads Quick Lane Bowl. Yes, it was in a loss. Some of the best highlights we've ever seen have been in losses. Damn, I was wishing that one was at least a little closer. I had a feeling that one could have gotten out of hand. All right. Michigan State, our biggest favorite of the day. Against Army. I think they're getting a little bit disrespected. Everyone's like, oh, this game is a snoozer. Michigan State's close to home. But Army's a triple option team. They've been very good. They kind of took Cincinnati there. So Coolio, if you're here, heads or tails, kick or receive. Or McNasty, let me know if you're here. Whoever comments first or whatever, I'm just going to go on your team. I want to start picking it up here as we've been going on for a while. I do want to get all the stats and stuff into my spreadsheets before tomorrow. All right, I don't see anyone, so I'm just going to go with Army here. So last season, Boykin broke it on in their bowl game, in the Yam and Cheez-It Bowl, I believe. And then on game day this year, AJ Green had a 99-yarder. Well, McNasty didn't say anything, so I'm not on his team. McNasty and Michigan State, troubled by injuries this year. They were in the national championship in season 10. Unfortunately, lost that one to Ohio State. But looking to reclaim some hardware here. And it's always like, oh, man, you came up just short. You lost in the national championship. He still came away with two New Year's 6 bowl wins in those massive-ass trophies. So, can't feel too bad for them. But let's see. Can Army go up against the juggernaut? SFA players all over the field. Freshman All-Americans littered everywhere. Heisman Trophy winners. And Hamp Phase, final game, and a quick score. And, oh, boy, another blowout here, as it could seem. But they get a stop. Can Army start to do something? No. McBurnfinger is just laying the dome on them. 35-7 by halftime. Another 28-point lead. 2 bowl games here that were over before they started. And we are just, again, going to get through this one here pretty quickly. McNasty, make sure to DM me which game you want, or which off-season strategy. Oh, my. 39-point win there. And that is just the way the SFA cookie crumbles sometimes. McBurnfinger, 1, 2, an 85-yard run. That's 3. 4 for McBurnfinger. 5 touchdowns for McBurnfinger. Fortunately, he was injured for much of the season, but comes out here. 9 for 29 for Julian Kemp. Not a good showing for the freshman. Major cash. Oof. This offense is disgustingly bad. They do have a really good corner coming in next season, though. And let's see the damage for Michigan State. As they're going to have a new quarterback next year. They're going to have Jerry Schmierman. And, oh, my God, McBurnfinger just destroying kids. Shades of last year. Radford Blazer, decent game. Calvin Johnson, once again, like nowhere to be seen, only 4 catches. Binks with a touchdown through the air. And then let's see how Binks did on defense. 5 tackles, didn't do anything else crazy, but 2 sacks for Spence. And did we see anything for Roscoe Cherry? Got an interception as a freshman All-American. And I did not see anything from Dwayne Johnson, so I guess he just did not do anything before they put in the backups. All right. So now this is where the games start to get good. The way we do it randomly, unfortunately, there are always some mismatches, but that is just the way the cookie crumbles unless we decide to expand the playoff. That's just how it is going to be, especially when I offer rewards. MSU here. All right, so next up, we got the what are you thinking about bowl between Llama and UNLV, who battled back from 4-6 to face Kansas. Llama, if you're here, let me know. Think, if you're here, let me know. Llama does get priority. We are going down to Hawaii for the SFA Hall of Fame Hawaii Bowl. Llama came back today. Nicely done. I don't see Fink or him. This is going to be a very evenly matched game. Oh, Fink's here. Whoops. I picked the wrong one. Oh, well. Fink, let me know if you want to kick or receive, and I'll try to make it happen if I win the toss. So remember, I think this is the stadium that gives us trouble where it kind of blocks. Yeah, this is the stadium that blocks our sight a little bit. So just watch out for that. Fink, he wants to kick. All right. So I'll pick receive if I get it. So this is the game last season where Western Michigan choked. And the only highlights I have right now is that one Gasparilla Bowl game. But this is a 3-point Kansas spread. Both these teams a couple of weeks ago were looking in really rough shape to make bowl games, but then they both pulled their heads out of their asses, figured it out, and got to here. Good friends, better rivals. There you go. Kansas did what you wanted. You're welcome. Good stream, Monkey. I expect those coming in. Here we go. UNLV versus Kansas. We've got Dyron Satterfield on one side, Kyle White on the other. I do not expect a lot of points here, and UNLV starts out the scoring quickly, and they take an early 7-0 lead. Kansas, though, battles back. UNLV on the other side battles right back. And can Kansas tie this one up? And they get a field goal before half. So that first half looks to have gone to UNLV. They've seemed a little bit more dominant here with Darren Archer and Dyron Satterfield as they take a 2-score lead now. Are they going to extend it? They do. 28-10. Oh, boy. So Kansas is now in trouble, down 18. We are not jumping in here. And they turn the ball over. All right. So this game is going nowhere good fast. And can Kansas? No. So we're just going to go change possession. And UNLV now up 25. Kansas. We are not in Kansas anymore. They came for the vacation, not the football game. As Kansas gets embarrassed here in Hawaii. UNLV goes crazy. Dyron Satterfield putting on a show. Darren Archer as well. Tough sights, tough scenes for Kansas, the Jayhawks. But, you know what? The 4 touchdowns for Satterfield, holy hell. But being able from going 5-3 to 5-7 and still, or 5-6 and still making that bowl game was impressive in itself just to get the vacation here. And Ryan Glover just completely took the gloves off there. Darren Satterfield learned how to tackle, it seems. Deltha O'Neill, SFA player. So UNLV in the most shocking move of last season's carousel. Coach Lama going to UNLV. It worked out for him as Kyle White, terrible performance, 42%. Morales, 2.2 yards per carry. They are hoping Donatello Perkins can fix that next year. Think going on a darkness retreat. David McCormick tried to do everything he could. He is come back next year, hopefully. Patrick Chung as well. JJ Justice did his job, both sides of the ball. This team has some good bones. They just haven't yet been able to put it together. We'll see if it next year is the year. Well, there was no game to throw away there, I think, so he didn't need to throw interceptions. He only does that when there's a chance at winning. All right. Where are we headed next? We're jumping all over the United States. This one's going to be a fun one. We got Texas and Arkansas State and Chet Doge. Probably, in my opinion, the coolest SFA player matchup today is Frank Beamer versus Chet Doge, the Balentikoff, and our SFA Player of the Year, the first time a wide receiver has ever won that award. Kansas, we saw a little bit ago, just a couple yards short from beating Tennessee, so they're not the favorites in this game. So Coach Dave, let me know. Heads or tails, kick or receive, and Cyrillax, bro. I don't know if you're here, but let me know as well, so I can try to make it happen. But this is one of the bowl games I'm very excited for. I gave this a super small spread because I feel like this could go either way. The hype of Arkansas State winning the Sun Belt with Chet Doge, Jed Ford, a couple other SFA players, Jermaine Gresham, and then Texas in Coach Dave's first year, leaving his alma mater, going to Texas, getting to the SEC championship, and coming up just short. We are in the Hobbs Mayo Bowl. One of these coaches, by the end of the day, will be covered in their own mayo. Yeah, I can agree with that, Dogwater. But Chet Doge, unless Mo Alley Cox just dominates the CFP, which I don't see happening, wide receivers typically don't in game day type. Yes, I put him own Mayo there. But unless that happens, Chet Doge likely is also the #1 receiver on Team of the Year. Still quite a few SFA players on both sides of the ball here. How is the Mayo Bowl going to shake out? A early score, 10-point lead now for Texas, but Arkansas is battling back. They are not done yet. This team has battled all year long. A quick touchdown there. They can score fast and quickly and early, all of the adjectives, but Texas takes a 3-point lead. This game looks to be a good one. A long drive there for Texas, though. And they take a 17-point lead now. Oh, boy, this one's getting ugly here. As now they got Chet Doge in the backfield. But a quick touchdown there. That was to Jermaine Gresham. So still not a one-score game, so we cannot quite jump in. Has to be a one-score game. 4th and 3. Still 10 points. Now Arkansas State has the ball. They are in plus territory. They are just running it at will, and a touchdown. Who else? Chet Doge gets them on the board. Here we go. 3-point lead for Texas. Can they hang on in the Hobbs Mayo Bowl, or is Arkansas State going to come back? Coach Day versus Cyrillax. All business versus one of our more active media members. Chet Doge single-handedly propelling Arkansas State to a Sun Belt and potentially a Mayo Bowl victory. You know what? I'm going to say it. No matter what happens, somebody's getting dumped in Doge Mayo. As we got triple option come from Larry Durbin, and it works, but they cover it to perfection, and that is going to be 2nd and 12. Beautiful tackle from Sage Ryan there. Yeah, Flame did recruit him. So, I could agree with you there. That's actually a nice, I think that was the cornerback's name. Texas starting to play dirty and run the clock out. Oh boy, and there's a big run for Texas, and that could be the game. It doesn't look like, barring one more first down, it doesn't look like Chet is going to get a chance. You got to keep him off the field. And, oh boy. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. What a terrible play for Arkansas State. Oh, Cyrilax is turning over in his grave right now. That was a horrible, horrible play. Oh, so many missed opportunities right there. Get Chet out there on defense. He needs some help. Barring a turnover, it looks like this one could be over. The last timeout comes flying. They might get it with a couple seconds left, maybe. Yeah, that's a very close one to claim, because on one hand, Flame recruited him. He boosted his overall to 99, or his awareness to 99 with developer. But then he leaves, he gets tampered, and he never really produced for Flame. He didn't even really get playing time. I think the highest he ever was wide receiver 3 or wide receiver 4 for him. And then he gets tampered, and he becomes by far the best player in the country. So I think it's kind of a 50-50 credit. Yeah, I think that's like an asterisk 50-50, because Flame gave him the potential, but Cyrilax Brio, he got it out of him. And we get a sack! All right, things are heating up. Chet Doge, all he needs is one play. And Chet Doge has another year of eligibility, boys. So we might see him next year. Hopefully he does not declare. I'm going to do my best. So they're going to get it with about 33 seconds left, plus however much time ticks off this clock. So it looked like Texas was going to sail to an easy victory, but that sack just made this a lot scarier. And that's going to go into the end zone. So 30 seconds left, no timeouts. Chet Doge today, every target, every catch, 147 and 1 touchdown. And that is a bad game for Chet. He's averaging, I think, like 180, 190 yards a game and 2 touchdowns. So come on, Chet. Down white sleeves at the very bottom of your screen. He's their only chance. Jed Ford. Nice little pocket. It is collapsing. He's jamming it deep. And, oh, double coverage. He was trying to find Chet, and he just couldn't get it to him. The throw power is nothing special there for Jed Ford. Watch out, though. White sleeves is what we're looking for. Top of your screen, Chet Doge and Frank Beamer. No, Frank Beamer's at the bottom. So, number 29, this might be a mismatch. He gets a nice release, but it's a screen pass. They do break the tackle. That's a first down. All right, so 16 seconds, clock's ticking. We're starting to get into range of a Hail Mary. Got to get this off quickly. All right, couple seconds come off the clock. Maurice Wheatley. They're at the 32. You would like to probably get about 20 more yards here before you start taking shots at the end zone. Ford. And it's a sack, and that is going to end the game and the season. Texas gets the Mayo Bowl. Time clock out. Coach Dave is on top of the Mayo world. Congrats, Dave. A very nice clutch victory right there. Not even giving Chet the chance to make a play right there was the best decision. And they are celebrating here a very long and hard season, honestly, for Texas. But they figured it out. They played Tennessee close, and then they beat a very good Arkansas State team. And that is a Texas win. Larry Durbin, nicely done. As now Texas is going into the Coach Dave era officially. They have a few SFA players coming in, including quarterback Sal Easton. So a new era here in Longhorn football. The question is Texas back? Kick for my game next. Heads if I can choose. No, so you're just heads or kick, and I will give it to you, obviously, because, you know, you're dog water. All right, Texas. They got a punt return to start it out. Oh, boy. And then they were kind of clamping them till the end. And then they came back, obviously. Great game. That was a fun one. I felt like that one had a chance to be close, and it was. Maurice Young. Frank Beamer in his last game gets an interception. Nicely done. One of our original SFA in-game recruits. Sonny Myers comes in. Mustafa Farouk. Myron Gibbs, SFA player, got a sack. And then the man, the myth, the legend, Jed Ford, who was transferred from UAB, but he's not the man, the myth, the legend. And Chet Doge had 2 more carries and 7 receptions, 20 average. This man's a beast. Junior, hopefully he comes back next year. Nacogdoches, Texas. And then on the defensive end, Franz Lemon tackles. James Bond, I'm not even gonna say it. I'm gonna get roasted. I've never seen a James Bond movie. There you go. Take that with what you want. So the fact somebody's named James Bond here has 0 impact on my life, so I'm good. Pin, no, I haven't either. All right. So Coastal and Arizona. This is one of the bigger games on the slate for today. We are now into the final 4 games that are all massive. This one's going to be fun. The AI Alamo Bowl. You got Coastal Carolina and CJ Irons versus Arizona and Mike Wishbone and Josh Kamara. So we're going to do a versus here for our prediction. Who will have more yards? Total yards. We're going total yards here. Is it CJ Irons, so this is rushing and passing, or Josh Kamara? Total yards. Get those Bobanos ready. Total yards, so passing and rushing combined. And Arizona, did you say kick or receive? Dogwater, kick or receive? The Alamo Bowl on the line. Will we remember the Alamo, or will Dogwater be trying to forget it? He wants to kick. And he just switched the offense too. Remember, he just switched to California, so watch out. Dogwater may be choking here. Coastal is a very good team. I had them in the Sun Belt Championship. They were almost there. Get those Bobanos in. A lot on the line before we go into a little 2-week hiatus. Try to get as many Bobanos as you can. We know who's winning if I do TDs, Pin. And remember, everybody, if you're watching, if you won your bowl game off-season strategies, pick one of these three. If you don't have any SFA players, you can't pick that one, obviously. DM me. We have a lot of CJ Iron stands here. The CJ Irons, or the Irons clan is so fun. We got DJ Irons, who is the who's the actual guy at Akron, and then you have AJ Irons, who went to, or it's either AJ or BJ Irons. I don't know. I don't remember which one. He went to Alabama. He's going to be their quarterback soon. And CJ Irons got the starting job here with Coastal immediately as a freshman. Hello, Chelsea. Welcome in. I'm sure you're watching with Dogwater as he's about to freak out as he gets smoked here by a Chanticleer. What even the fuck is a Chanticleer? Leave it on the field. I agree. Let's leave Gamar on the field and never bring him back. Arizona. We're here in the Alamo Dome. This is UTSA Stadium. Dogwater wanted to kick. Here we go. God, I hope Dogwater loses. It's going to be so funny. Come on, CJ Irons. All right, so nothing doing to start there, and zeros. And who is going to break ground first? It is Arizona. And they take a 10-point lead. So good start for Dogwater, and another stalled drive, though, in the red zone. Here comes CJ Irons and the Chanticleers as they tie it up. 10-10 at halftime. Oh, boy, this one might be a sweater. 13-10 now for Arizona. 13-13. This one looks to be coming down to the wire. Oh, boy, fourth quarter, and the Chanticleers take the lead. Oh, baby, this one's starting to heat up. Sun Belt versus Pac-12. And that is a 4th and 9. We can't go in until it's under 5 minutes. 1st and 10. Here we go. One-score game. Arizona and the Desert Storm need to stop CJ Irons. It's a quick throw to the outside. He has some room, and Maldonado can't keep him inside the sticks. A first down for Coastal. Nicholas, I'm not even going to say that. I can't say that shit. CJ Irons having a shitty day, but they're in the lead. Let's go. 1st and 10, CJ. He has a pocket. He dumps that off. Nice. Gets it to the running back, who falls forward for 7, Montrell Johnson. Remember, the Desert Storm is aggressive, bend but don't break. You got, watch out for Taylor McQueen. He has the dreads up top. Poe Castle has the dreads in the middle. 2nd and 3. Quick option time. He does get it off, and a lot of room. Another first down for the Chanticleers as they are in plus territory. First and 10. CJ. He has some room. He's yamming it, and he's hit as he threw. So that one went right into the dirt. Hand hit by Sean Riley, it looks like. Under 50% completion percentage, yet somehow Coastal has the lead. That can just tell you right now how Gamara's stat line's looking. As CJ now, he dumps it off again, and he stiffies one man. Oh, man. Dogwater's going to give that corner hell for all offseason for missing that tackle. But it's 3rd and 8. 14 of 30. Elite. 3rd and 8. They may even go for it here. 3 minutes and 27 seconds left. Irons, he is going to throw this. He has a clean pocket here. Only a 3-man rush. It almost had a wide open man. That's a first down. Oh, no. A complete defensive misfire. And a clean set of downs now for the Chanticleers. We're going now inside 3 minutes. Looks like they're now going to start running clock. Arizona had a dream season of sort, but here goes CJ Irons up the middle, and they can't knock the ball out. Desert Storm needs a big play. For once, they aren't in a position to choke. They need the other team to choke. Split back set. Arizona needs a big play of sorts. Anything. CJ, he's going to take the snap here. 2nd and 2. They bring the blitz, and over the middle, touchdown, Jaron Brown. They go up 2 scores, and we head back to the sim room. And the extra point is good. All right, so can Arizona get back? A nice throw to Wishbone. Tally for 14. Majon right inside the 10 now. Can they get in? And they do, with keeping all of the timeouts. You keep all timeouts. 52 seconds left. Arizona's not done. Seabass for the extra point. I don't want to miss the onside kick here. 27-20. Just reload your stream. I think we had a few drop frames, but yeah, just reload it. Here comes the onside kick. Can Arizona battle back? They still have 3 timeouts left. And that is the worst kick I've ever seen from Seabass, and that's saying something. My God, no chance whatsoever. Comes down to the timeouts now. Coolio, you may not want to watch it. It was not good. All right, once again, comes down to the defense. They need a stop here. They still have the 3 timeouts. It is not over. And what is that? Game's over. Just no defensive push up front. Dogwater is going to be giving this defense hell. What the hell was that? Oh, I'm pissed. That makes... Oh, my God. All right. Well, now they need a turnover. And Taylor McQueen gets ran the fuck over. Still got to watch it. We don't want to have something in sim happen that's weird. 2nd and 3, though. Coastal, they are just going to hand it off the middle. And another first down. This should be it. We should get some kneel downs now. The AI Alamo Bowl looks to be going to Coastal Carolina. A lot of upsets today, honestly. Let's see. We had Miami, Ohio, probably the biggest shocker of the day. LSU, technically via spread. Louisiana was a shocker. UNLV. Arkansas State almost did it, and now Coastal. So about half. As we hit triple zeros, Dogwater looks like he will be spinning the wheel for the coaching carousel. Let me know for sure, Dogwater, if that's what you want via DM. And Coach Trog, congratulations. You get to choose an off-season strategy. So it looks like Dogwater might be the first person to spin the wheel. Yeah, it looks like he might be doing it. Now, I think for him, it's an 8 out of 9 chance that he is not fired. So it shouldn't be too stressful, but it's still scary. All right, Dogwater's going to want to spin the wheel. That will happen in a stream right after the national championship. Trog is active in recruiting. He's one of those all-business type of guys. CJ Irons, a beautiful... But now the question is the Babanas. I wouldn't be too secure if I was a Coastal picker. Gamara seemed to have a lot of yards this game. So scoring summary, we've got Janikowski, and then a couple comebacks. It was Tally who scored that touchdown. Gamara, all right, 258 with 33. So that is 291. Let's see the rest of the team. Wishbone did his thing. Freshman All-American. He's going to be so good next year. on defense. Shantrell got a tackle. Pocastle, 5 tackles. Wishbone got a tackle. And then Coastal, 266. And I pressed the wrong button. 266. And he had 27. Oh, boy. Somebody has to do the math. I think, is that a tie? No, I think CJ Irons wins by 2. Somebody do the math. Welcome in, John Weeks. This is an online dynasty ran entirely through Discord, so you don't need the game. We have like about 60 or so active users. You can recruit and do all that sort of stuff. If that's what you're into, it's a coaching sim. If not, feel free to stick around and watch some good football games. We are in bowl season, and then over the next 4 days, we are streaming the entire CFP. So we're gonna have 5 straight days. All right, so we need to do some math. 266 plus 27, so that is 293. And then let's make sure Gamara, he had 33 on top of his 258, so that is 291. So CJ Irons beats him out by 2 yards. So congrats for those who picked CJ Irons in the upset here in the AI Alamo Bowl. Discord, I don't have whatever you just did set up. It's linked on the channel, though. I don't know how to set up those things that you just did. I don't know what they're called. I'm not exactly a Twitch savvy streamer. And then if you want to check out our YouTube channel, we also have a full training camp playlist that will basically help you pick a team and do all that kind of stuff and get you up to speed on what goes on here. All right, so we're now down to 3 games here. Yeah, I'm not quite sure how to set up commands or whatever. It's one of those things where I just don't have time to set it up. All right, Arizona State, Georgia Southern, and you know what? We're going to do another battle here via the quarterbacks. So who is going to have – this is going to be solely rushing yards because these are 2 quarterbacks who love to run more rushing yards. Is it going to be Jared Lorenzen of ASU, or is it going to be Josh Johnson for JSOW? Use your Babanas here. You got a full minute, and while you guys do that, I have to use the bathroom, so I'll be quick. All right, not nearly as many Babanas going off here on this one. This is a little bit rougher of a one, but Rick, if you're here, let me know, heads or tails. I do see Coco, though, so I'm just going to go with him for kick. He is the home team. All right, Georgia Southern and Arizona State. This is the biggest user versus user matchup because it is actually our last one before we go into the 2 big ones for CPU games. So Arizona State, they are coming in as a 3.5-point favorite here. And this is Barclays Las Vegas Bowl. one of the, if not the biggest user bowl, biggest prize. Coco fortunately fell a little short getting to the Sun Belt Championship this year. Same thing with Arizona State. Two teams used to playing on much bigger stages, but you know what? Celebrate a good season. Arizona State should be a playoff team. Unfortunately, they had so many injuries. So we'll see how this one shakes out. This is definitely was the one you circle on the calendar from Bowl Selection Show last week or earlier this week. Allegiant Stadium. All right, Coco would like to kick here, and he does. Remember, guys, this is a long stream, 2 hours, but we still have a full game after this. And then tomorrow morning, the CFP kicks off. So you're going to get so much SFA content this week as Arizona State takes a 7-0 lead and 10-0 now. And it looks like there's some penalties for both teams here. But now Georgia Southern's starting to wake up here. They only had a field goal, though. So 10-3 at half. So not a characteristic start here for Georgia Southern, but we do know they are a second-half team, you know, that game day versus Buffalo. And here they are. Can they get more than a field goal? No, they can't. The defense of Arizona State completely stout. And that is a punt now for Georgia Southern, still down by a score. We're going one play at a time now. Sammy Watkins for 9. A big throw there for Watkins, or a throw there for Josh Johnson. Another one. Can they punch it in here? All right, here we go. We are watching. Forgot it was one score. Number 69, Josh Johnson and Sammy Watkins, 3rd and 4. And he has a man open. He throws it to him, but it was a little late. So decision time now. Are they going to go for yet another field goal? No, they're going for it. All right, going for it all. Coach Coco, this is definitely a decision I think he'd make. Sammy Watkins up the middle. Come on. They are going to throw it. Get Sammy. There he is. I called it. Sammy Watkins over the middle. Touchdown, Georgia Southern. Now they got to go for 2 to tie it up. Josh Johnson, a nice over the middle, and that was so far outside. Oh, no. Horrible throw. Call that man Bo Wallace. Who let him in the stadium? All right, Arizona State now. They can finish this one out with a few first downs. Coco's going to have to start using those timeouts. Lorenzen under center. He hands it off to So. We're going to need some good defense. Got to look for Kyle Brookins on that defensive line. And these DTU players like Robbie Tyson, Anthony Johnson right there in the middle. The smallest D lineman in the country, number 1. I don't know why Coco and Dogwater are talking shit to each other in the comments. They're both losing to the team the other just beat last week. So it's like you guys are in the exact same boat. And a conversion here to none other than Taco Fall. So now it really is starting to get to last call now for Georgia Southern. They need to start using their timeouts here. And this is where Rick is so good in this little Air Force offense. And tosses that out. That was risky. Tony Turner, -3 yards. 2nd and 13. More quick option. Jared Lorenzen keeps it, and he goes down. So the use of the triple option now for Arizona State might be costing them. 3rd and long now. Got Sampson at top of your screen. Taco Fall. Can Lorenzen bring home another Barkley Bowl? 2nd in a row. Can he get there? No, a big tackle. What a tackle from the defender, and they are punting it. So only up 2, but wait. Rick used a fake punt last week. Will we see it again? No, they are going to punt it. And that is not stopping. So Coco gets his chance. Josh Johnson now. That is an overthrow. So his last 2 passes have been horrendously off target. Five wide. Josh Johnson, 2nd and 10. Over the middle, and oh boy. 3rd and 4. This is right in the spot last season where we saw Ole Miss do a mid-screen on 4th and 10. The exact same spot. Can Georgia Southern do something? There they go, 1st down. Is that a face mask? No, where's the face mask? All right. Well, no call from the refs. That's all right. Georgia Southern has to get back to the line anyways. No timeouts left. Clock is ticking. All they need is a field goal. He's jamming it deep. Who's there? And it's dropped. R.J. Reagan, he had the chance. 4th and 20, or 14 of 28. 2nd and 10 now for Georgia Southern. Josh Johnson now, minute 30 seconds. And he's hit as he throws it. Okay, they called it an incompletion. No fumble right there. 3rd and 10. It looks like he's gearing it up. You got to get it to Sammy Watkins, your best offensive player outside Josh Johnson. Johnson, he's throwing it, and oh my God, another almost pick. SFA player Armani Sanders couldn't bring it in. Georgia Southern is still alive. 4th and 10 here at their own 34. All they need is a field goal. Johnson. And he's hit as he throws, and that's a sack. Arizona State is going to win back-to-back Barkley Las Vegas Bowls. Clutch defensive plays. Barring a disaster right here. Hand off the middle. Kevin Rawls, the fullback for 4. They need to force Jared Lorenzen to carry it on the outside. Lorenzen now, 2nd and 6. They hand it off. So on the outside, he breaks one. Can they get a fumble? They tried it, but no, he hanged on. Ricky So. Probably a snub for freshman All-American, not going to lie. Actually, he might have won the 2nd one. I don't know. I don't remember. Did he win it behind Perry Potts? But as we hit triple zeros, we get an unorthodox 17-15. Arizona State and Coach Rick win, and he will get an off-season strategy as Coco. Is that potentially his last game for Southern? That's dual sacks. No, the offensive line. Tough scenes as Stansberry gets to him. That was a good one, though. Good finish. And that is a Arizona State no cover for those in the BearCave race. So, Pin wants to know, did Tizo score? Let's take a look. Alexander gets it. Aguayo, Reese, Turner. No score. Did I pick Sammy Watkins in mine? I think I picked Doug Chonkla. I was thinking about Sammy Watkins. 97 yards for him, a decent day. He did get that touchdown at the end. And then once I go through all the stats, we'll go back and look at the rushing yards. But, wow, look at this for Miles Winslow. Josh Gumbo, the senior, 4 tackles for loss. Great job by him. Kyle Brookins coming back a couple more years. Robbie Tyson as well. Brooks Clint in his final game as a leader of this defense. Coach Simpson did a little bit. Kicking-wise, there's Reese. He went 3 of 3. But you just wish a couple more of those would have been turned into touchdowns. And then Jared Lorenzen didn't do much through the air. Okay, Lorenzen had 22 rush yards. So I think that might be enough to beat your guy. Or that, I don't think that's enough. I think Josh Johnson will get it. Stansbury with the critical sack. He just went crazy in this game as an 80 overall. Curtis Lofton didn't do much. Armani Sanders, he dropped 1. All right, so the question is, did Josh Johnson get more? 26-22. So Josh Johnson beats him. That honestly would not have been my pick. And everybody picked Josh Johnson, though. So not much funds are being made on that one. As we're crossing the 2-hour mark here on this BearCave stream. That's crazy. All right, 2 more games left. First up is going to be a unique one. We're going to have the last game of Chad Barber's career. Obviously, he went down to me last week. But he has a chance to go out a New Orleans Bowl champion, which is the best game for a non-playoff G5 team to be in. So if you don't know how our bowl bids work, there's 3 tie-ins for non-CFP games. There is the Citrus Bowl, top 2 users. There is the New Orleans Bowl, which is the top 2 non-user G5 teams, which is going to be Cincinnati and Fresno State. And then finally, there is the Outback Bowl, which was already played, or which is playing next between the top 2 non-user CPU teams. So the final game of Chad Barber's career. Finks loving his emotes here in chat. Everyone going crazy during Bowl Week. Obviously, losing or winning is very emotional, so can't fault anybody there. All right. No Babanas on this game. We'll do the Babanas on the next one. And then we still have the Citrus Bowl starting here in a little bit, so watch out for that one. It's always a lot of streams coming up, two each day for the next 3 days. And then we'll have the National Championship on Tuesday night, at least as of right now. All right. So can Chad Barber go out a winner? His Hall of Fame bid pretty much on the line here, honestly. You know, one, he couldn't beat me, so and go 4-0, but now you have to win this bowl game. Fresno State, though, they are a tough team for sure. They've been crazy good all year long. 14-7 now, 14-14. This one is going to be close. Oh, boy, this one could become a shootout. Oh, no, Cincy, you need to score. Chad, please. All right, down a touchdown now. Fresno State has the ball. 4th down. Chad Barber has the ball. 3rd and 10. 5 minutes left. Down 7. Here we go. It's Chad Barber world. We are just living in it. Hudson James in the backfield. It's just... What are you doing? Why are you running a draw to Hudson James? What is that? Off the top of my head, I don't remember your final score. He's a different animal when he's against ECU. He's a different animal. Everyone else, he's just a regular whatever. But against me, he is a god. But Fresno State is no slouch. They've had a fantastic year. This Henderson quarterback is a monster. Top 5 in pass yards this year. This team is scary. I'm glad, if we were in the 2014 playoff where every conference gets a bowl bid, this Fresno State team would be probably my pick to make a deep run. They're that good. I like this team. As they get a first down there, they could be ending this game very soon. Chad Barber is literally the boogeyman under my bed. As Henderson, another big throw. Dustin Johnson, another catch. We'll be getting the Citrus Bowl going as soon as we can. It's already getting pretty late for you Easterners. I am sorry about that as we get a dump off. Did not expect 14 BearCave games to go this long, but we've had a lot of good games to watch. So not a lot of crazy moments, but that's what it's all about. You guys getting your off-season strategies and celebrating another great year in the SFA as we wind down here to just... There's under 10 games remaining as we get a big sack there. Jalen Henderson goes down. 4th down. Conrad Burns. Will that be kicking them out of field goal range? It will, as now they have to go for it. 0 for 3 on the day. Cincinnati now has a chance. Can Cincinnati get off the field? 4th and 9. Can they give Chad Barber a chance? Terry Schooler, Sean Gatsby on the edges. Can one of them make a play? Oh my God, that nose tackle almost jumped. I think that's Conrad Burns. He's itching. Who is going to make the play to keep Cincy alive? Henderson. And he steps up and they're after him and that's incomplete and it's a turnover. They get to him again. So Fresno State completely chokes. And Chad Barber has his chance. 2 minutes, 57 seconds left, 3 timeouts. What can Chad Barber do? He's going to drop back. Here he goes. And he's hit. That's a fumble. They pick it up, though. And they're still alive. Chad Barber almost ended his career like Garrett Grayson. Seems like all the greats of the SFA go out on a low note. But not this time. 2nd and 17. Chad Barber drops back. He's yamming it deep. And oh, it bounced around there quite a bit. You know what? Pinstripe, that's like the perfect, that's the perfect analogy. Chad Barber is my Eli Manning to Tom Brady. Absolutely. 3rd and 17 now. And now once again, I mean, it's 2-score territory as Hudson James, my God, gets a crispy 5 yards there. But at what cost? 4th and 12. Are you punting this back? And they are! Oh, my God. The biggest bozo alert goes to the Cincinnati Bearcats. What are you doing? They trust the defense, I guess. I don't know. What the fuck's going on here? As... Fresno State, we got a stiffy there, and they're at the 40. Hornbeak. 2 minutes and 1 second here in the New Orleans Bowl. Cincinnati, they need another stop. They still have 3 timeouts. You got to call on Terry Schooler. You've got to call on Sean Gatsby. Somebody has to make a play here. Byron threats the free safety, and they're going quick option, and there he is. That's Sean Gatsby on the tackle for loss. There you go. He almost got lost there in the backfield, but he corralled himself. 2nd and 10. A first down wins this for Fresno State. They're going to hand it up the middle. And a broken tackle. 3rd and 2. They have a chance. Cincinnati, your season on the line. They had a chance last week at the CFP. Now they may be losing to Fresno State. Life comes at you fast. 3rd and 2. They hand it up the middle, and it's a first down for Fresno State. And that looks like it will be the end for Chad Barber and the Cincinnati Bearcat era. I can finally relax in the AAC until Chelsea comes in and fucks me up with MTSU and Flipper Masters, barring a freak show failure right there. Only thing that can save Chad Barber now is a fumble. So I have 6 highlights for the bowl season right now. That's pretty good. Not terrible, not great. Hand off the middle, and can they get there? No fumble, no. That's all we need to see. Oh my gosh, my voice is already going to be insane for tomorrow. Remember, tomorrow there was a bit of a change in the schedule because Pinstripe has some volleyball. But the first game will be the Cotton Bowl. Buffalo takes on Clemson. And then the same day, we'll have that same side of the bracket. We'll have Ohio State taking on Cal, trying to keep their title defense going. And then on Sunday, it will be Tennessee and Iowa State, the most hyped first-round game, Sunday morning. And then right after that will be the Fiesta Bowl with Baylor and ECU. But the New Orleans Bowl goes to Cincinnati, and that is officially the end of an era for Chad Barber. Bittersweet ending for him. 2 bad games to end his career, but a great career nonetheless. And yeah, so if you make the CFP, I put you guys in a group chat, and I give you guys the slots of the times, and I let you guys figure it out how you guys want to schedule it, so that you have the best chance, to watch your game live. So luckily this year we had obviously my game, so I have to stream it, so any of the slots work for me. And then we had a CPU game as well that could go anywhere. So I think it was originally pinned on Sunday late game, but he moved it up to the Saturday early game. But yeah, so if you make the CFP, I try to work with your guys' schedule. And there was no second half scoring here today. That is a unique, I don't think I've ever seen that crazy, but his final game was pretty, not that bad. 42% completion percentage, not the best. Couple weird calls handing it off to Hudson James, unfortunately. And defensive side, Terry Schooler, who won all those awards, didn't do anything. Seems like a trend. Guys who wins all these rewards, they don't do anything in the bowl games. So we'll see if that trend continues over the next couple of days. God, please Vanilla Vic show up. If Vanilla Vic doesn't show up, I'll be so sad. Oh, I'm not switching the schedule now. You're locked in. I'm not changing it now. Because other people want to watch certain games, and so locked in. All right. Cincy. All right, one more game of this BearCave stream. I know this one's running pretty long. This might be the longest bowl season we've ever had. We're going to skip the Bobanos for this one. We've had quite a few. We'll have Bobanos for every single game for the rest of the season, so this will be the final one. But this is going to be a fun one. Boston College, Marcus Davis against Colorado, who some people thought got snubbed from the CFP. They made it last year. We got Cale McCarr versus Marcus Davis and quite a few other SFA players. This one is going to be fun. I'll do it after this game. I'm trying to get this stream done because it's already, I want the game to start before 10 p.m. for you Easterners. Then it will finish before 11. As much as I hate the Eastern time zone and hate the SEC and all this stuff, I try to make it work for you losers a little bit. Try my best, as we are back in Tampa on the same day here for the Outback Bowl. Raymond James Stadium, they made a quick turnaround there. This is the top CPU team versus the top CPU team. Number 9 versus number 12, I think. Both these schools made the CFP in the last couple of years. This year, just one loss away, unfortunately, and a quick touchdown for Boston College. I expect this game to be all gas, no breaks for both teams. 14-7 here. Offensive powerhouses on both sides. Colorado, though, taking over with that legendary Drew Carter and Cale Makar, but Boston College battling back here. Colorado retakes a 2-score lead, and they move on more. 35. Can Boston College survive here? The last game for Marcus Davis. Are we going to see him do something cool? I don't know. There it is. All right, here we go. Colorado up 7. Boston College needs to stop. Takeo spikes there in the middle, number 6. Cale Makar, Drew Carter. Drew Carter, one of the top passers in the country. I think he's second in yards. I don't think Marcus Davis is a Hall of Famer even a little bit. I know he had last year, which was like all the Lombardi and crap, but not enough lore for him, in my opinion. Obviously, you each have your own votes. Who knows? Drew Carter now, 2nd and 1, and that is a conversion. Ty Robinson, what a beautiful throw. Drew Carter is one of the best CPU quarterbacks we've ever seen. You know, he had a bad game against Clemson last season. Or no, that was Ohio State in the playoff last season. Drew Carter, he dumps that off, and that is, they stay in bounds. Nicely done by Brandon Wilson. And is Cale Makar even out there? Is he hurt? Oh no. I need to see some Cale Makar in action. There he is. Yeah, he's out there. Okay. Cale Makar is fine. They were just in a split back formation. And they throw that away. So at 3rd and 6 incoming now. Boston College has their chance. The ghost of Fink is pretty much leaving this team this season. Yes, Colorado trying to prove to everybody that they were actually snubbed. And Drew Carter, and a completion right there. Gets him another first down, and now we are in timeout territory. 6 catches for Ty Robinson. The loss to Arkansas is really what screwed Colorado's, they lost to Arkansas handedly at the beginning of the year, which is a good team, but for the CFP, it can come down to splitting hairs. All right, handoff here. Cale Makar's first carry we've seen. He finds the outside, and he is brought down. He's up over 100 yards on the day, 2 touchdowns. This man can make a house call at any minute. We're at the 51 of the Outback Bowl here in Tampa Bay. Timeouts are going to start being taken after this play, likely. Colorado. This is to end Season 11 BearCave. Are we going to see some fireworks? End of the ASU game, you missed. Just the Cincy game, and Chad Barber, he lost his final game of his career. As we get a first down from Drew Carter, that is going to put Colorado in a fantastic position. So you only miss one game because we watched Fresno State upset Cincinnati and Chad Barber in his final game. And another first down, it seems. No, they keep him away slightly. It took 3 men right there. A first down, though, is likely going to win it for Colorado. Can they cap off a second great season in a row and add to their trophy case? Handoff, Cale Makar up the middle, and he's stuffed. Boston College has a chance. The last time out comes out. They're looking to add some hardware next to that Cotton Bowl that Coach TC got them back in Season 2. 3rd and 3. They fake the handoff over the middle. They just out Mills ball. And there it is. Colorado is going to win the Outback Bowl. What a call. from the CPU coach of Colorado, as the Outback Bowl is going to go to the Buffs. My favorite team, IRL, gets a win here. A beautiful testament, unless my boy Cale Makar screws the pooch. Honestly, I think this BC has went very, very unique. So people who went upset heavy might have got themselves, Colorado probably was expected. Fresno State was a 9-point dog. Fresno State gets the win. You had Arizona State no cover. You had Coastal upset. You had UNLV with a big upset. We had Louisiana with the upset. We had LSU with the upset. And then we also had Miami, Ohio with the upset. So some big upsets and some unique covers. 2nd and 12. yeah. Wyoming had a big upset for themselves. They may not have made it back to the floating island after that. I don't think the Wyoming wants to claim that team anymore. It's all right. You know what? Getting to a bowl game in your first full year as a coach is actually like a really, really good place to be. So, you're in a good spot. You have SFA players coming in that you're recruiting. We have the transfer portal to build off of, so it's going to be a fun year next year for you. Making a bowl is always great. Winning the bowl is a lot tougher. And as we close out on the Outback Bowl, remember, if you won a bowl game today, you can get an off-season strategy. You can get a player card early from a state of your choice. If you share this player card, though, you will get the death penalty. So, be careful on that one. You can raise the overall play of one of your SFA players by 2. It has to be an existing player on your roster, no incoming freshmen or transfer portal players. Or you can just get a little bit bigger of a budget for next season. This is really good for those lower teams. So, yeah, remember, DM me your choice before National Championship. I will remind you guys ad nauseum over the next couple of days. But a great finish to the season here for Colorado. And, guys, boys and girls, we are down to just 7 games left in Season 11. The playoff is here. It's always bittersweet seeing a season end and players move on, but it's also one of the best parts because all the storylines all come crashing to a head at one game for the national championship, which should be Tuesday night, and then we do it all over again, building up hype from the transfer portal. But let's go through the final stats here of the bowl season. BearCave, Cale Makar had 2 there in the first, and then they kind of just hunkered down there. We didn't even get to see Boston College with the ball. Okay day for his last game. Theodore Jenkins, 2 touchdowns. It will be Kyrie Irving's backfield from now on. And then at defense, Takeo Spikes. Blackwell had 3 sacks. That's interesting. And then Colorado, defensively. They don't have any SFA players on defense, but they only have 2 SFA players. So this is kind of like a true CPU-made team. Cale Makar, obviously. And then they also have a lineman who got hurt for the year. So that is going to do it for BearCave. Let's go get our players of the game. Pinstripe, if you're here, I know Corey Burke scored, even though we don't have that scoring summary. Remember, all the bowl games will be posted later tonight after the game day stream. I want to get that one started here pretty soon because I want to make sure you guys can watch it live. It is one of the biggest games of the year, so hate for people to have to go to bed or something. So I remember tomorrow morning the CFP starts, so we are quick turnover here. It's going to be a crazy next 5 days. Thank you guys all for watching. Yeah, here I'm just going to show you pin on stream because I have a lot of stuff to do after the games. Mr. Wiffle, welcome in. We're going to have another stream shortly, but if you want to join the Discord and check it out, we have the invite pinned on our Twitch channel. Or you can go to the YouTube and it's in any of the descriptions. What is that game again? It was Syracuse. So sometimes when you use the Dynasty tool like we do to use the playoff, you lose some of the scoring summaries, but all the stats do save. Trying to find it here. Here you go. All right, so Syracuse, and you had touchdown for Corey Burke. So there it is. If you need any other ones, just DM me. But thank you guys all for watching bowl season, and it's going to take me about 5 minutes to get game day set up, and we'll be back for the best non-CFP bowl game, the Citrus Bowl. So I'll be back in a second.